Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Truth War. Today we're gonna go over my predictions for this week. Um, First game we have is Arizona versus the Texans. Arizona coming in. Arizona's coming in with Kyler Murray. I know Kyler Murray. I'm pretty sure Kyler Murray played really well last week, if I'm not wrong. And really looking at this team, they kind of need Kyler Murray to do well. It's hard for me to say that they're gonna win this game though against the Texans, just because of how well CJ Stroud has been playing, and just the lack of talent, man, on the Cardinals team. It's tough. The one thing to be watched out for is Will Anderson. If they don't have Will Anderson, I think Kyler Murray can eat in the scrambling game. I think that's what's going to be a really big for them. Also, Robert Woods. He didn't practice, foot injury. It's going to be something to watch out. Dalton Schultz as well. Laremy Tunsil's questionable. Noah Brown missed once his practice with a knee injury. Nico Collins was limited with a calf injury. Jimmy Ward didn't practice. And Dameon Pierce isn't practicing. Man, it's in Houston. I could see Kyler Murray taking off this game, but I could also see Kyler Murray have a bad game. It's tough, but give me the Cardinals on the upset. I could definitely see it the other way. I don't know why I'm feeling like Kyler Murray's going to really have a good week. I could be totally wrong. I probably am totally wrong. Atlanta's on a bye week. Taylor Heineke was questionable with a hamstring. Arthur Smith said it was a low-grade hamstring. Gonna see how that is. Matt Collins is out. D. Alford out. David Onyemata, he was out last week. Grady Jarrett's on injury reserve. LaCalle London, defensive end, is on injury reserve. Troy Anderson's been on injury reserve. Felipe Franks has been on injury reserve. It's tough, but they're on a bye week. Hopefully they can get more healthier, and we'll see. I'm be honest with this. Going in, there's a lot of rumors about Arthur Smith either being fired or his job is safe. There's a lot of conflicting rumors right now. All I'm going to say is this. If they drop an egg coming out of the bye week at home to New Orleans, Arthur Smith is most likely gone. Because here's why I say this. One, it's at home. You're already losing. You're lower than 500. And against your arch rivals, you take an L. I mean, look, that's tough. But if Arthur Smith wants to secure that job, you beat New Orleans in Atlanta out of the bye. With that being said, we're actually going to go on to the next team, which is the Baltimore Ravens, which should hopefully be a great game. Baltimore against Cincinnati. We're going to get I'll get into the Browns in a minute. But the Browns proved to me that they could upset Baltimore. That was very interesting to see. Just because that means, even with their high-powered offense, Baltimore can be beat. I mean, the Browns made a heck of a comeback. Extreme heck of a comeback. And if there's a team to do it this week, it's the Bengals. Something to watch out for, Trenton Simpson is out for a concussion. Marlon Humphrey's doubtful. And just looking, J.K. Dobbins, those are the really big ones. Marlon Humphrey's going to be big for them. He's doubtful, but if he can play, I mean, look, any help to that secondary is possible because the Bengals are going to throw the football. That's obvious. The Bengals are good. Going to the Bengals side, Sam Hubbard's out. That sucks because you need to contain Lamar. Other than that, nothing crazy. I'm in between. because Lamar's been playing great. My main thing is consistency. They've had 2 really good high scoring games. They're at home. It's a tough game. It's a tough game to call because it could go either way. Like, this is going to be, I believe, a close game. But give me the Bengals. It's hard for me to see them go. My main thing is it's hard for me to see the Bengals go. Oh, no, they're at home. Give me the Ravens at home. I don't think the Ravens have played the Bengals yet. I could be wrong on that. Tell me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong on that. I think they definitely flop. It's hard, dog, just because, I mean, the Bengals are going 0-3 in their division, but it's such a tough division. It's hard to call. Give me the Dolphins off of a rest. That's a gimme. That's a gimme one. Browns or Steelers. Normally, I would have taken the Browns, but officially, I will show y'all the Cleveland Browns. Oh, yeah, I'll show you right now because I want to talk about this team. If I can find it. They do not have it posted, but supposedly, yep, there it is. Deshaun Watson's out for the season with a shoulder injury. Supposedly. It says estimated return date. Not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. Supposedly screwed up his shoulder and he's out for the season. That's what makes this interesting. Greg Newsom's questionable. Wyatt Teller's questionable. Nick Chubb is still on injury reserve. And that's it. But that defense is just insane. Going to the Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Cameron Hayward's questionable. Did not practice. Keanu Neal did not practice. Micah Fitzpatrick did not practice. Martavius Adams did not practice. Pat Freiermuth is questionable. Deontay Johnson did not practice. Quan Alexander, injury reserve. Man, with how many? That's big to their secondary. Oh, sorry, guys. That's big to their secondary. Give me the Browns because I love that Browns defense. Holy cow, it's tough to beat. I mean, it's a monster. Give me the Jaguars. They took a big L against the 49ers. Give me a bounce back game at home, and Tennessee is terrible away. So give me the Jaguars. Coming into the season, I didn't think this game was going to be close. Bills versus Jets. But boy, have the Bills have felt very unimpressive. I don't know if that's the right word. Very disappointing. Very disappointing season. Going to the Bills. Some things to keep out for. Jordan Phillips didn't practice. Micah Hyde was limited with a neck injury, something to monitor. Other than that, nothing new. Going to the New York Jets. Will McDonald was limited. Garrett Wilson was also limited. Mekhi Becton's questionable. Man. They're at home. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills at home. I just don't trust Sam. I think Sam Darnold's still quarterbacking for them to make the right reads and do the right things to do. That's who I have for the AFC. Going into the conferences, Green Bay versus the Chargers. Give me the Chargers away. Denver versus Minnesota. Minnesota almost got upset, but give me Minnesota. A great game Monday night. Eagles versus Chiefs. This is going to be a great, great game. Going to Kansas City. Kansas City staying relatively healthy. One thing that does suck is Nick Bolton's still out. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is questionable, but that's about it. That's the really impactful ones. I think Nick Bolton does suck because he can stop the run, and he kind of makes it more dependent on Jalen Hurts. And then the Eagles, Justin Evans did not practice. Bradley Roby questionable. Nakobe Dean was diagnosed with a Lisfranc sprain and hasn't been placed on injury reserve, but it's to wait. Jalen Hurts is questionable. He's kind of, we're kind of watching that. Dallas Goedert, he's doubtful. He expected to go to surgery as soon as Monday to address his fractured forearm. Probably won't play. It's something to monitor. They'll probably keep him on doubtful and just have him have surgery after the Chiefs game because that's a big game for them. Other than that, nothing crazy. My main thing is how limited is Jalen Hurts, and that's what scares me here. Give me the Chiefs at home. Lions versus a semi-rusted Bears team. Give me the Bears. Cowboys versus Panthers. The Cowboys should win this game. We have the Washington Commanders against the New York Giants. Boy, oh boy, a good interdivisional game. Actually, I'll just go down all the way to Washington. Curtis Samuel, toe, he did practice. Antonio Gibson didn't practice. Alex Arma, sustaining an injury, hamstring injury, something to monitor. James Smith-Williams, he's questionable with a hamstring injury. Other than that, nothing really crazy. Just a lot of depth pieces that sucks to lose. Oh, Ricky Strongbird's also suffered a knee injury, placed on injury reserve. Going into the New York Giants, who have a very lengthy injury report. Xavier McKinney, ribs was limited in practice. That's something to really monitor. Those ribs suck to deal with. Jason Pinnickett, I think that's how you say his name. Thumb injury, that's something you can play through. Nothing to worry about. Bobby Okereke, pretty impactful guy, questionable. Did not practice with a hip injury. Probably won't practice. Wan'Dale Robinson, that's another big impactful player, questionable. Saquon Barkley with an ankle injury, something to watch. Kayvon Thibodeau with a concussion did not practice Wednesday. If he's not practicing Wednesday, he's probably not going to play. That's pretty impactful for them. Adoree Jackson, concussion, probably won't play. Jalen Hyatt, concussion, probably won't play. Darren Waller has a hamstring injury. He's not going to play. Evan Neal's questionable. Andrew Thomas with a knee injury against the Cowboys. You have Tyrod Taylor and Daniel Jones both injured, and then you have Tommy DeVito. He's supposed to start, and that's where it's kind of like, give me the Commanders. They're at home, and they're playing against a third string quarterback. Give me the 49ers against the Bucs. I like that matchup. And then Seahawks versus Rams. Going to the Seattle Seahawks. Really looking for Tyler Lockett. Didn't practice, limited with the hamstring. Or not limited, didn't practice with the hamstring. That's something to watch out for. Kobe Bryant, injured, not practicing. Other than that, nothing really crazy. Going on to why am I scrolling up? I'm just going down. You scroll up. Sorry, wrong one. They're playing the Rams. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Puka Nakua's questionable. That's something to watch out for. Stetson Bennett's still out. But, man, I like the Seattle team on paper. The Rams are at home with the bye week. But it's hard for me to say, like, with how well Seattle's been playing, it's hard for me to say that. I know it's crazy because we look at it as, Seattle's underperforming. They're 6-3. That's a way better record than last year. I'm be honest. Like, Seattle could go in and lose 5 games, and that's a lot better record. I think that's 2 more wins better than last year. And we're still saying, and people are going around saying, Seattle's offense has been underperforming. They're lower than expected. They're winning games still. So I don't know if that matters. Going into some teams on the bye, I already talked about the Falcons. We'll talk about the Colts. Just some things to talk about with their situation. Ryan Kelsey, concussion, he'll get some rest. Kwity Paye, big hamstring, he'll get some rest. Anthony Richardson, he went successful surgery Tuesday. He's going to get some. Well, he's going to go. He has an extra week just to relax. Don't have to worry about anything. Gerald Everett gets some rest. Other than that, some key depth pieces also get rest. Going into the New England Patriots, Mac Jones being questionable. It's not 100% sure that Mac Jones will be the starting quarterback, but a week it'll help them. We'll really see. We'll really see how they might have a quarterback battle. We'll see how Mac Jones deals with that. That's going to be interesting to see. Ramondre Stevenson, who's questionable. Hill with a back injury, he's going to get some rest. That's going to be impactful for him. Matthew Judon, Christian Gonzalez. These guys who have shoulder, bicep injuries, they're going to get key rest. Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, guys like that. Look, I know Belichick isn't having a great season. They do play in a, on paper, really tough division. But with that being said, I don't think Belichick's going to get fired this year. Now, will they ask him or will they kind of get him to step down as GM? Maybe. I don't really think he's going to be on the hot seat till next year. That's kind of usually how it is. It's kind of rare that the first year that coaches they're on the hot seat immediately. It's rare. It doesn't happen. Usually you see that in the second and third year of NFL stints. For instance, you're seeing that with Todd Bowles. You're seeing that with, we're not 100% sure, but with Alex Smith. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. You're seeing that with Dennis Allen. You're also seeing that you saw that with the Raiders. Sean Payton, not this year, but next year, it's going to be something to monitor. You're seeing that with Ron Rivera this year. Teams are just like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like you got to prove it, and they haven't proved it. Going on to our last team, the New Orleans Saints. Right here, Bosky's been out for a little bit. Miller's been out for a little bit. Rest day for them. High ankle sprain for Marshawn Lattimore and a knee, fairly significant knee injury. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with them, how that week's going to really work for them. Peyton Turner's been uninjured for a while. Benjamin with his Achilles and Andrew Dowell. Derek Carr, his shoulder is fine after testing. I'm pretty sure it's just a concussion protocol that he's going through right now. But look, it's the same thing with what I said. If New Orleans has a losing record, Dennis Allen's gone. And it's they gotta win the division. Right now, it's looking like dog. You win the next game, you're 2-1 in the division. You have the best, record right now, and it's like you're probably 2 games ahead of everyone else. And it's just like you went out, you save your butt, and you make the playoffs. Now, offensive coordinator wise, I don't think so, just because a lot of people around the league, I feel like, and in NFL communities who I kind of feel like Tom Grossi, who hosts the Packers podcast, he kind of also knows like Pete Carmichael's not a good offensive coordinator. Do they have a great scheme? Sure. Play calling wise, it's bad. It's just bad. So that's something to watch out for. Other than that, hey man, that's my predictions. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you think is going to get upset. Tell me what you think you agree with. Just let me know. There are some games where I think can flip. Tell me if you are sure that you really back this or you really don't. Let me know. Conversate with me in the comments. And I will see y'all next time.